Episode 113, Radiant in Your Perfection. Reveal yourself to me! Hello again! I tell you what, Pants Weasel, these Black Friday sales get crazier and crazier every year. But I think I've got enough equipment to make it through the crowds. Lilac, I think it's time to feast on the undead brain of a pumpkin. That's how your parents make pumpkin pie, by the way, kids. A strange spell, eh? Can I go in the wall? Uh-oh. Psych! Yes, I can. Remember, as I've said before, if this was a Great Hall Monster House, I would not be able to go into the wall. So, pumpkin muppet meat does jack squat for you. I remember it took a death for me to learn that lesson. So, don't let the same thing happen to you. Wow, look at all this crowd showing up for this Black Friday sale. It's always the same though, you know, in the ad it's like, guaranteed 5-slot strengthening jar to the first 50 people who show up. And then you get there and everyone's already gotten one. Hey buddy. Okay, what's going on? What is happening in this attack anyway? It's like I'm not even touching them. It's like one of those breakdance battles where you like get really close to the other guy but you never actually touch him. That's the way it used to be in the 80s, by the way. Younger people watching this. You don't know how lucky you have it. You could just be walking down the street and then suddenly an undead pumpkin could come out of nowhere. Popping and locking, doing a reverse UFO. L kicking into a head spin. And when that army cop came at you with his plastic nunchucks, we couldn't just use our PS4s and cellular telephones and save scum our way to victory. No, all we had to protect ourselves was our b-boy skills and the lid of a garbage can. Yep, that's exactly how it went down in the 80s. They would impugn the freshness of your crew. Me and Pants Weasel. Pants Weasel was known as P-Dub back in the day. Now it's the Maleficent Double D. We were the freshest crew on the block. Combat. Alright, let me see if this is a strengthening jar. The ad promised, ooh, sneaky. Tried to get me to destroy it. Alright, it's just a holding jar. There's still hope yet for me to find the one. Yeah, you kids these days, you don't know how lucky you have it. I bet you're playing Fallout 4 right now, aren't you? Just like all of my friends, but I'm too hipster for that. I'm still playing Shiren the Wanderer. No, I'm sure Fallout 4 is a really great game. All of my friends are playing it though, so I hear about it constantly. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. This episode I'm going to start going over the basic... wish I could say I did that on purpose. The basic structure of the game I'm designing. So I hinted at this last episode, but this game is going to start out as a single-player game and transition to a multiplayer game. And I'll talk about later on how this experience will be pleasant and compelling for all 4 types of gamers. But let me go into a little more detail about the structure because it's kind of weird. The first 3 floors, every floor is going to have a time limit. And enforcing that time limit is going to be tricky. I think I'm just going to do Winds of Kron. The Winds of Kron is going to blow you to the exit after 3 minutes. So 3 minutes a floor, not very long. First 3 floors are all single player, so 9 minutes. Next 3 floors, 3 minutes apiece, are going to be 2-player. So another player will be going through with you in the dungeon. Next 3 floors are going to be 4-player, so every time it's kind of doubling. And then the last floor, the 10th floor, is going to be a 5-minute boss fight. All 4 players and a huge boss. It's going to be completely insane because there might be some shenanigans happening. So this is going to be a really, really insane game, but that's the basic structure. So 9 floors times 3 is 27 plus 5, 32 minutes. You're going to have to dedicate 32 minutes. This is the main mode of the game. And of course, there'll be a shorter mode for people who don't have as long, maybe like a 10-minute mode. And then a longer mode for people like you and I who enjoy sort of lengthier single-player roguelike experiences. which of course could be played with your friends as well. So we're going to concentrate on the main mode though, because that's the mode that people are going to be exposed to first. Let's see what kind of armband this is. An armband of calm, worthless. So, a natural question to ask is, what happens when you die? Let's say you die early on. What's the penalty going to be? Well, earlier on I said that you would be immobilized, like the immobilized trap, and then eventually all your items would come out. I changed my mind. That's a little too boring, just trapped there. So, I'm going to borrow a page from the Evil Soldier's book. When you die, your ghost is going to be reincarnated. Your body's going to sit in one spot. It's going to have some sort of shield on it that prevents anyone from taking your stuff. But over time, that shield's going to dissipate. And, better be careful here. Slow down this Lilac. Alright, please don't step on the trap. This is a little dangerous. Whew. Looks like I was right again. Stupid Black Friday sales. They always promise. Oh, strengthening jar for everybody. Oh, I forgot. Is the Happy Health? I think it's a Happy Armband, right? I don't think I named like 2 of them Happy Health, because the Recovery Armband would be sweet. Oh, it is a Happy Armband. So Happy Armband, I don't really care about at this point. Not gonna help me at all. Yeah, they never have. Oh, when I find a strengthening jar, that is a horrifying trap. It's a good example of thread inversion. Also, the hands full scroll makes that a horrifying trap, because obviously anything you drop you can't pick up again. Stumble trap. Get another pumpkin muppet meat to replace the one I used. Stumble, 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 stumble trap. No. I thought of that in the during the drive home yesterday, and it made me chuckle for like 5 seconds, and I was like, oh, that's not funny anymore. So I thought, oh, that's perfect. I'll use it. So I was gonna use it the next time I hit a stumble trap, but I forgot. So I was a little late on that. I'm sorry. And yes, most of the things I say are stolen from The Simpsons, if you did recognize that reference. Kind of an oblique reference. What was I talking about? Oh, the structure of the game. So, yeah, you're going to have to dedicate half an hour because there's going to be 3 other people competing / cooperating with you at the same time. They're going to go through different instances. It won't be the identical instance of the dungeon until you guys join up. And what's going to happen when you die? You're going to be reincarnated as a ghost, and you're going to have to find your body. And if that shield around your body dissipates, other characters... Ooh, this is perfect timing. Make sure I don't get hit with another strange spell. Monsters and humans can hit your body and kind of knock out items over time, kind of like you're a piñata. So eventually they're going to knock a bunch of items out of you and steal them. So it's kind of imperative that you get back your body as soon as possible. But I'm going to complicate things. Remember, one of the cool things about... Ooh, better postpone this guy. Cool things about Shiren is that it introduces a bunch of rules, and then it starts to break those rules or show how they're not as firm as you might have imagined. That's one of the cool things about Shiren. It sort of establishes a rule, and then you realize, wait a sec, the monsters are breaking this rule, or I can break this rule. Theft from a shop is a great one, you know. In a lot of games, you can't just steal things from a shop. But in Shiren the Wanderer, if you think of something and it follows the rules, you could probably do it. You're like, I wonder if I could paralyze the shopkeeper and just walk out. Yeah, you can do it. So I'm going to try to follow that pattern in this real-time game. So not only can you go back to your original body and bring it back to life, you can also go to the body of someone else. So you could take over someone else's body and they would be stuck with your old body. Or if a monster is asleep, or I think, and this is just, brainstorming, if a character is confused or in the dream gas state or sleep, you could possess their body. So, and they might be like pushed out of it for a little while or maybe permanently, I don't know. So it's going to be a pretty crazy game. It's going to be a lot of wacky stuff happening. I could put on the molasses size and walk over there and attack those guys, but I'm so nervous of like a sleep radish walking in or getting close. I'm just gonna stand here and swing my sword till these beautiful ladies revert to their true form. They can't get enough of me, look at them. Man, this spell lasts a long time. Alright. I don't know. I guess I should go over there and get some experience. I guess I could just shoot him with arrows. And you get the experience for free. You don't have to take any damage. Wait a sec. Should probably kill this walrus first. Then, oh, I thought it was a new walrus. It's the walrus that stole my original arrow. That was kind of dumb. Alright, might as well. So I get flattened by a rock, walk over there. So the next question is, what happens if you never make it back to your body and, so you get even more pumpkin muppet meat. I think I have, just an empty staff, so I should have an extra space if I throw my, Doofy staff at it. So I'm just gonna load up on pumpkin muppet meat. You saw how helpful it was in that monster house. As long as there aren't any death masters, pumpkin muppet meat is pretty good on almost every floor. But of course, a death master will wreck your shit, so be careful. So, what happens if you run out of time? You die and you get reincarnated as a ghost, and you can't make it back to your body and the 3 minutes expire. You're gonna have to get swept up by Crom's winds to the exit of the room. And I think I'm gonna leave the character. Ugh, that could have been really bad. If I'd gotten hypnotized with the dragon sitting there, I would have taken a ton of damage. So, still dangerous. All these floors are very dangerous. You can get swept to the exit as a ghost, so you're gonna have to become a monster pretty much, because your body's gonna be left behind. So that's dangerous. Another mechanic is what happens if you finish early. Let's say you go through the floors. So obviously you could get through the first 3 floors. You have 3 minutes of floor, you have 9 minutes. Maybe you finish them in like 5 minutes and you have 4 minutes left, and you have to wait for the other characters. It's not like you can, it's like a race that you can sort of get a huge head start on. Everyone's gonna start at the same time every time they hit that next level. So the 4th floor, where you have 2 players going through the same dungeon, they're going to start at exactly the same time. So what do you do with that extra time if you're faster than the other players? Well, there are going to be rewards for characters or players who go through quickly. Bonus areas where you can get extra experience, extra items, maybe a bonus shop. So it's going to be kind of a balance. Do you want to rush through to have longer in the bonus area? Or do you want to take your time and really explore the floor? So I like that balance. Alright, let me, actually, you know what? I think I've been using this, where is it? My switching staff, there it is. I've been using it a lot. I don't know if I have any charges left. I'm gonna knock back this other slime just in case, because I don't want it to strip my meld. It already stripped my, gold plating earlier in this run, I remember. So, not gonna happen again. Oh! Excellent forethought, Doofy. A lot of Shiren the Wanderer stuff like that. Like you know something horrible could happen, so you prevent it from happening. Alright, floor 50, over halfway done at last. It's a good place to save. That is the basic structure of the game. It introduces a lot of interesting opportunities for new gameplay mechanics. And now, let the 38th annual birthday gaming orgy begin! I'll see you in a couple weeks, dudes and dudettes. Attention, you have just entered a monster house. It's time for you to find out what Double D can really do. No time for staffs and scrolls or whack, just pumpkin muppet meat. Combat.
We were the freshest crew on the block. Combat.